Hello and welcome to a brand new Franchise Hockey Manager 7 stream. My name is Adam. I am the community manager of Franchise Hockey, and with me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey everybody, it's been a long day.
A very long day. Today, we officially launched Franchise Hockey Manager 7, so if you didn't know that, you can go purchase it right now from our website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Or, of course, you can go on to Steam as well and buy it there for saving 10% off. And Jeff, what's it cost? $35.99 US, I believe.
Yeah, that's with the 10%. Yeah.
Yes, with the 10% right now. So, great place to jump into the game. Sales have been fairly strong from what I've seen and been monitoring, at least. So, we are happy to be here. Our new stream, if you can't tell from the title, was we took a lot of thought trying to debate what team can we break down and rebuild into a model franchise. And we thought, hey, why
Might as well
not?
take a team that's already mostly broken down.
Yes, filled with old guys and guys who need to be moved. So let's take over the San Jose Sharks. Jeff and I were looking at this team just before we get started, and boy, it is not pretty. That's kind of the key thing here right now.
Yeah, dead last in the Western Conference last year, fourth worst in the NHL. They fell pretty hard there.
Yes, we have only 21 guys on our roster right now with a salary cap of almost 78 million. We have 47 players under contract for some reason, and our depth chart is kind of horrifying. At least we have our first round pick this year. But overall, it looks like we have some work to do here. Jeff, I'm sure some people are wondering as they're watching this. Our game says we're starting the season on September 17th, 2020. Why is that? What's going on?
Well, because nobody knows when the real season's going to start. Not even the NHL at this point, apparently. Although I think they're starting to get a pretty good idea now. So what we did, rather than giving you the January start or whatever it turns out to be to begin with, is just start all leagues in the game more or less when they would have started normally if there were no COVID, no suspensions of play, no interruptions, and all of that stuff. Uh, so this is pretty much standard, camp dates and starting season start dates for all leagues. A few leagues are modified a bit depending on what's happening with them this year, but this is basically just 2021 as it should have been if none of this had happened and we'd gone ahead with a normal season. And so the leagues like the British leagues aren't playing at all this year. They've suspended play. The Asia league's done the same. Other leagues are starting late, particularly the North American ones. The European leagues that have been playing have been on and off, canceling a lot of games and moving things around and suspending play and back and forth. This has none of that. What we're going to do once we know what the NHL is doing, once the other leagues figure out what they're doing, we will allow you a start option like that, but it's all got to happen first and we've got to implement it all in the game. And then if you want to, whenever we have that ready, you'll be able to play like that. But for right now, just a typical regular NHL season, which I'm sure we all wish is what actually had happened.
Yes. Mark Edward Vlasic, Pickles, just showed up to camp out of shape, so we publicly shamed him. He responded.
And how do you react to that?
He responded poorly, but you know what? It's too bad. He's got to get in better shape than that.
Well, not really. He's got 6 more years at $7 million, and he's 33. So what does he care at this point?
Yeah, good thing he's rated that 2-star strong. So immediately, this team has also something interesting to look at too. We have, in terms of upcoming free agents, 23 players who are going to become free agents, which we're going to let just about every one of them go because honestly, there's hardly anybody worth keeping. We might keep Matt Nieto because he's 3 stars and he's somebody. 27, he might be somebody to help build around, but
and he's cheap.
Yeah, and he's cheap, so let's see if we can offer him a contract right now. He only wants $1.24 million for 2 years. So yes, you can meet the
Perfect.
demand
Yep.
here. Jeff, you want to talk about the new contract screen while we have it up here?
Yeah, we had a few things from out of the. Yeah, I don't think I should have mentioned this in the manual when I was editing that. I didn't even think to do it. We added a few things you can see that are from out of the park baseball. A big the ask for response, meet demand buttons. You don't have to click that drop down every time you want to do something. Makes it a little easier. I think we added a couple extra plus minus buttons, didn't we?
I believe so.
What they
Yes.
do? Yeah, I think we did. We changed something there. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it's just a little more easy to navigate around now.
Yeah. So we're just really enjoying this. So we're gonna hit submit here, and hopefully he signs that. But honestly, everybody else can kind of just wait. We have Patrick Marleau, 41 years old, longtime Shark. But if we get a good trade offer for him near the deadline, we'll probably move him. Honestly, this year is going to be rough. It's going to be rough. And we're going to make it even more rough because, as anyone who's previously tuned into one of the streams knows, I am a Winnipeg Jets fan, which means I need to trade Evander Kane. It's not anything personal, but I don't want him on my team. So we're going to move him
Not even going to give him
immediately.
a chance.
Absolutely not. We're going to do our best to move him. We can't shop him though, right? Oh, no, we can't
I
shop
think he's
him.
got a no trade. Yeah, I think you can put him on the trading block. That's about it.
We can probably try to move him to a different team though with a manual trade.
Worst comes to worst, if we expand to Seattle next year, maybe he doesn't find his way onto the protected list.
Oh, if he has a no move clause, who needs forwards? Someone's got to need forwards, right? Well, we're not trading him in the division. New Jersey. That would be a good spot for him to go. Will he go to New Jersey? Nope, he's using his no trade clause. I don't want to go to New Jersey. Oh, well, you know what? That's too bad. Ottawa.
Yeah.
Perfect. We go to Ottawa. Nope.
Send him back to Winnipeg.
There's no way he's going to Winnipeg.
I think you're going to have to put somebody, offer him to, or try somebody near the top.
Okay, he will go to St. Louis. So let's
Yeah, that
just
makes sense.
keep looking here. Ooh, Toronto. That would be. Well, let's talk to Toronto. What's the worst that happens? They say no. They probably don't have budget for him, so. But he's really going to. We can't take this much payroll. Let's go. Who's Toronto paying way too much money for?
Let's see, top into there.
Marner.
Salary structure isn't that? Isn't it? It's pretty
No,
good
it's
actually.
it's, it's better than it was. Okay, so we're probably not going to get him to Toronto.
You could try for Muzzin or Brody.
I don't think they would do that, but all right, let's try. Oh, TJ Brody pulls up his no trade clause saying he's not going, and so does Jake Muzzin. So nope, that's not going to work. Wonder if we can send him to Washington. Okay, this might actually work. They asked for their first round pick, and they said they will probably accept that offer.
Yeah. And if not, we can throw in a little bit more and should put it over the top. I wouldn't ask for the extra pick, though. I don't think that's going to fly.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. All right, let's just try an offer for our first round pick. And we'll see what happens. All right, we're going to hit continue here.
Which has changed.
It's a big green button.
It is, and it'll tell you a little bit more when you get to a special event.
Gudu says in the chat here says you should trade him for Hellebuck. I don't think so. I don't think that'll work. Matt Nieto has signed, so that's good news. We have a game versus LA. Jeff, do you want to jump into a game right now, or should we keep going?
Why don't you sim through the exhibition season, then we'll show one of the regular season games.
Uh, Wait, why are my lines not made? I thought I made my lines. All right, let's try that again. Oh, no, that's right. I just dressed everybody. I didn't make lines, so we'll just have that created. Assistant set roles. All right, there we go.
All right, we got our old friend Ryan Donato.
Yes, he's
from
back.
the Minnesota stream, a long-running Minnesota stream
Yes.
in FHM 6.
And big surprise here, we lose 1-0. Jeff Carter scores the only goal just under 5 minutes into the first period, and we're going to move on. Goody says he's got to be good in FHM now. Well, I know I was bugging Jeff about his stats constantly throughout the offseason.
I think he's 4.5 stars now. Yep, 4.5.
Stanley Cup Chaser says, well, how about Donato? You know what? I'm pretty soured on Donato after our Minnesota Wild stream.
He didn't do too badly in that one.
He was a dead weight by the end, Jeff.
Yeah.
The Nicolene O has any tips or roles to set or what traits to look for?
Well, I think we kind of need to figure that out for this team. What are we going to try to build this into?
A Stanley Cup winner, Jeff. I mean, that's the most obvious
Yeah,
thing.
that's the general plan, but...
Which reminds me, I forgot to sign a free agent, because if we're going to lose Evander Kane, we probably should try and add Mike Hoffman.
All right, yeah, there are some good guys out there at the start of the game.
Yes, and Eric Hall, I was thinking too. Washington says they cannot add that much salary to the payroll. Darn. Do they have anybody they're trying to get rid of?
Dylan.
They have Schultz on the trade block.
He's only making $4 million now.
Well, that would
Dylan's making pretty much the same amount in these 2 stars, so they won't want that much for him.
Yeah, but he's still making $3.9 million for 4 years. I don't know if I want
Jensen maybe 2.5 at 3 years. He's only 2 stars. How much do they have to cut down?
Well, they're currently at $80 million, so
and yeah, that's going to put them really close to the cap. I think Dylan would be enough if you
don't
throw in
think
a draft pick for him. Just bring him back to San Jose.
I'm gonna try Schultz because he's on the trade block.
And that will reduce his value a little bit.
And so, you think it'll be easier or harder? Make it harder. So you're saying, okay, fine, we'll try Dylan then. This is still a well-balanced offer. Maybe if I change the first-round pick into a second-round pick, it stays. They will probably accept this offer. Can I get a second and a fifth? No.
6th or 7th?
It just says it's well-balanced, which makes me think we won't get that pick.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just try the second and offer that trade. Okay, so we need to go to Free Agent Center. And everyone's still available. So Mike Hoffman, if we need a goal scorer, what's he want for a contract? He wants a 3-year, $5.56 million for 3. And a no move.
Throw some money at Kovalchuk?
He might be more likely. Actually, we might not sign him if he wants that much. Eric Hulla, though, is interesting. What's he want for a deal? $2.25 million for 3 years. Yeah, I'm okay with that. We got enough room for that.
Anthony DeClaire is down there too.
All right, let's sign Hulla first, and then we'll go from there.
You could also put some guys on camp tryouts too, and just bring them in for a look, and potentially sign them after that.
We'll just take this. We'll just take Hulla immediately signed with us, so that's good. We'll just hold off on Hoffman.
Just to get us through this season, Chara?
He's on a camp tryout, but again, we don't have it.
Oh, okay.
We hardly have any room here, Jeff. Right? We're at 47 contracts,
True, yeah.
so we got to be very careful about what.
You may be able to do mutual termination after the start of the season on some of the guys that are
Okay.
sitting in the. Oh no, we don't have any CHL team. It's only the Barracuda.
And we lose again. We don't have an ECHL affiliate? Oh,
Nope.
yeah. Can we sign one? No, we have to do that on July 1st, right?
Yeah, you'd have to edit it in.
Sock full of nickels in the chat. Mike Hoffman is a quote-unquote good guy. You can tell he might be a Senators fan. Oh, Stanley Cup chaser. You hold too many grudges, Adam. Yeah, probably. I probably do. But you know what? It's kept me here as I am, so. I don't hate all ex-Jets. I just hate some of them. Somebody on our Reddit page posted about somebody who they had in their game who played for like 7 different teams in 7 years, and they're like, "Oh, I've never seen something like this before." And all I could think was, "Oh, that looks like Lee Stemniak's career bio."
By the way, you probably want to bring up Ryan Merkley.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Sizzling Popcorn in the chat says Solani. Well, no, everybody loves Solani. Again, there's some Jets who again, not a huge fan of anymore of who's the guy who ended up in Calgary and now he went to Buffalo, and I don't even know if he's still signed.
Calgary, Winnipeg, Calgary, Buffalo.
Michael Frolik.
All right.
Not a huge fan of Michael Frolik, but I mean, like Andrew Ladd, I got nothing but love for that guy. And I'm just super glad the Jets did not sign him to that contract, and I'm glad the Islanders did. So we're going to go and... Okay, sorry. What were you talking... Oh, Merkley. Bring Merkley up, huh? All right, so I'm just going to use the side buttons here. I'm not sure he's even going to play, but we'll see how it goes.
I'm just looking. We've got really weak left side of the D, and he's
if we
20 years old.
If we get Dylan back, then no problems.
Yeah.
You know what? We're going to actually
I mean, it's not going to be if Simic or Middleton or even Ferraro spend a year in the AHL. It's not going to be bad for their development.
We're going to put Merkley right in because Vlasic is too tired from his long vacation. So we're going to throw him in. I'm going to put Dubnyk in for back-to-back games just to work him down. And he actually picks up the win for us, 5-1.
And the other thing I'm noticing here is how many NTCs we've got.
I know. This is
pain moving some of these guys.
Nicolino says...
Doug Wilson, what were you thinking?
Nicolino says, do you like Steph Beauregard? Of course. Jets goalies of the 90s, again, special place in my heart. Start with Bob Essenza.
Pokey Reddick.
Pokey Reddick is not a guy who I really remember because he was more 80s.
A little too far back. I saw him play junior.
But, yeah, that's... But, yeah, like Stefan Beauregard, Bob Essenza. I'm just trying to think who else was in net at that time. Man, my brain's drawing a lot of blanks. It's been too long.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Essenza ate so many games for them. They had a couple guys like rotate there for a couple of years.
There was somebody junior who's good in junior.
Boy, someone's going to look this up. I know there's a preseason, but is the training camp in this edition? Sizzling Popcorn asks. Oh, good news.
Not a real separate training camp. Pretty much the way it was in 6.
Washington has agreed to the trade, so we can get rid of Evander Kane and get Brendan Dillon back, which fixes our left side problem, and grab a second-round pick. So we are completing that trade all day long.
And now watch Kane get 100 points beside Ovechkin.
He probably will, let's be honest. But all right, so that's a big news for us to get Brendan Dillon back. So we're going to take Merkley back out and put Dylan in for the moment. We're also going to go and grab, assuming he's still there. We need that goal scoring guy. So you're thinking Duclair maybe? If we don't pick Hoffman?
I mean, he's young. It's
25, yeah.
makes
He
sense
had
for us, I think.
23 goals. Okay, well, it depends. What does he want? That's the
I
better
mean, he
question.
gave the goal totals for last year probably inflated because he was with Ottawa and was getting a lot of playing time.
Well, he's going to get lots of playing time with us.
True enough.
He only wants 1.25 for 2 years, so yeah, that's done. Submit.
Daniel Bertillon, that's what I was trying to think of before. The Bandit.
Oh, Pokey and the Bandit, yes.
Yep.
I got you. Okay, if you want to talk defense as well, we could add Sami Vatanen.
Are we running out of contract this slot, so?
That'll still leave us with one open spot. But then, okay, you know what? Maybe we should just wait for waivers, and maybe we can grab somebody decent on waivers.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, okay, we are at 49. Never mind. Should we try and move somebody else then?
I would maybe shop some guys in the bottom end, see if you can get a draft pick.
Okay, so we'll just go to our upcoming free agents. All right. And we got a bunch of offers for this guy. And they want to offer, I don't even know how to say his name, Anti Sulomania? I'm not even sure how to say that, Jeff. I don't.
Somela, yeah, I think. Somela. And we did loosen up the the shopping code a little bit, so the team you'll get more offers than you used to from teams, but so they may not be quite as good as they were before.
Now, all we got was player offers for him, so we're going to move training off me just so I don't forget to do that. And we're going to have to look at some scouting stuff because we still got everybody in E. So he didn't go.
If you want to try a shopping guy, try Nikolai Knizhov. Played a couple of games last year, but I get a few draft pick offers for him when I do it in this game.
Okay, I'm looking here. Okay.
Like sixth rounders, but at least it gets the contract spot cleared.
Nikolai Knizhov. Forward defense, I'm just trying to find him.
Defense. The very bottom of the depth chart.
22 years old. All right. All right, 6th round pick from Montreal. Toronto, no. Player, Chicago. Chicago's probably going to be pretty terrible too, right? So
More than likely.
Oh, we could trade him for Jack Johnson. Islanders offered a 6th round pick. Washington offered a 6th round pick. But I think it's going to be Chicago.
And you can get late rounders too for Emmanuel Vider, the bottom of the right wing depth chart.
All right, so we have Montreal, but we're going to take Chicago and complete that trade. Okay, sorry. Vider, you said? Oh, Vider, okay.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. We got a little bit of breathing room then. So Buffalo wants him. Is Buffalo? Oh, of course, Buffalo doesn't offer us. Winnipeg offers us Lucas Spiza. No, I don't think so. Uh-oh. I'm not seeing one, Jeff.
Not at all. I got a couple.
I'm looking.
If you can't get any for him, any draft pick offers for him, try the left wing Timur Ibragimov.
We're gonna have to go ahead a day, anyways. If
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're out of offers for the day
I
or shop.
am, that's okay. No, everybody wants to send us a player for them, so we're gonna play this game versus Nashville here. But we're gonna throw Martin Jones in for this game. Oh, right. We forgot to put guys into our lineup. Oh, Adam, you're better than that. So we're going to throw in Duclair. And who are we going to take out? Maybe take out Stefan Nosen and put Holla in instead. All right. Ryan Donato moves actually up to the first line. I forgot to give my new guys tactic chance, so let's just take a look at Duclair. I don't doubt he's actually a screener, but maybe he is. I really don't know. Tactics for Anthony Duclair. Sniper? Yeah, let's put him as a entirely goal scoring guy. I think that's probably going to be the thing that gets him. See what he can do as a sniper on the second line.
Yep.
At least one. I missed a jersey signing thing. Oh, come on, really? Apparently, I missed the top message. Brendan Dillon needs number 4. Okay. All right. Here we go. And you can see some of the new messages popping up to give you clear understanding. And we lose 4-2. Of course we do. So we'll advance another day, and we'll try and... Jeff, I don't think I can do this anymore. I'm getting bothered by just trying to shop guys one at a time. Let's try and move a bunch of guys at once.
Okay.
Who's somebody bad? Well, Chicago. We should just try and dump a bunch of guys to Chicago. Sizzling pop. The Nicolino says, did the Jets have Ron Tugnut for a bit? I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
No, I don't think Tugnut was ever there. And then Sizzling Popcorn is marveling at how far the game has come along since version 1 through 3. Jeff, I know you talked a little bit on your Reddit AMA, which you did yesterday, which would be Tuesday, December 15th, which was still pinned as I last looked on Reddit r hockey.
I think they had taken it down. I looked a little earlier.
Okay, well,
it was nice to do. Got to talk to a lot of people there.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Shark players. Let's look at 1-year contracts. Chicago needs literally everything, so that's cool. I don't really want to send them our goaltending prospect.
I'm almost wondering if we could dump a goalie on them.
I don't want to send them our top one.
That would clear a lot of salary space, and he's going to be under contract
No,
for a while.
Our top
prospect.
Top prospect?
Or an R.
Okay, I've literally lost him. I'm still learning these guys' names. Again, I made this decision to go with San Jose late yesterday. Okay, how do you like this? We try and jump Jeff Veal, Manuel Widerer, and Danny Yerkakin? Something like that. I'm not sure how you say that. 3 guys.
Okay, and what are you going to ask for him?
Pick, obviously. Ask a first-round pick. No. We will not take it. Well, of course not. Why would you? They don't have a third-rounder, which is probably actually the most ideal. Fourth rounder is, yes, they will do that. Wonder if they would do a third rounder, even if it's 2 years. No. Okay, so let's try a couple fourths. I think that they will probably accept that offer. And a fifth. So 2 fourths and a fifth. Let's try that. All right. And that way we just get a little bit of breathing room for contracts. And we could maybe do that once more if it goes through. But now, it feels like it's been so long since hockey. I'm sitting here trying to think of what teams were bad last year, but it feels like forever since, and it has been since some guys have played.
Yep, well, non-playoff teams.
So I guess Buffalo's another target,
Yeah,
even though they'll be better this year.
they should be a lot better this year. They've done in test games. They seem to do really well.
Taylor Hall, man.
Yep.
So maybe we can try dumping somebody on them. Which I guess we can try. Sizzling Popcorn in the chat says, I can't even remember who's won the Stanley Cup in the last few years. Well, the good news is every time we sim, you can see that.
Yeah.
And we know that Tampa Bay won the last one. Good news, Chicago wants our to do that trade, so we're done. Completed trade. 2 fourths and a fifth rounder. Perfect. Okay, so that gives us a little bit more flexibility. We now have, okay, let's look here for a second. 45 under contract. We could probably still try and do one more, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a forward. What about Athanasiu?
Oh, you want to try one of the big boys, huh?
Yeah, he's still only 26. And he had a pretty good season for Detroit 2 years ago.
I'm trying to find his name out here again.
He's just below the top sort by ability, or maybe he signed with somebody in your game.
Oh, you're talking about adding on free agents. I was still looking at trading. Sorry.
Oh, trading. Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Okay, well that makes. I'm
Yep.
like, well, didn't recall him signing with San Jose, but I'm like, okay, maybe he did. All right, let's just try. And see.
You may want to try trading Dahlin because he's going to be on loan in the Swedish league all year.
Trying to trade for, or
Trade him. You have him. He may be on your rights list, not the players list.
okay, sorry, I'm wanted to move to Buffalo, and I started making a trade with somebody else. I am staring at this. Okay, I do not see the guy you're talking about.
Dahlin, Dahlen.
Yeah, I know. I don't see him on the rights list. Or you mean for the Sabres? Oh, wait, there he is. Okay, never mind. All right. We'll put him up. Try and get rid of one of our goalies. We don't really need a 2-star goalie that bad. Who's in the queue. And he might help dangle a piece. And all right, there's another 4 guys. Trying to send them to the Sabres. What do they give me a 2nd round pick? It's a well balanced offer. They don't have a 3rd round pick either. this year. So let's try third round pick in 2022, and it's yes, they will probably accept that offer. With a 6th round pick this year, let's offer that and see if we can dump all these contracts on somebody else. Gudu has a question for you in the chat, Jeff.
Is there an option anywhere to keep the stats visible during play when viewing the 2D Match Engine? Not while the play is actually going on. They would be like super obtrusive if you had them turned on. They just occupy so much screen space, but you can always stop the play for a second, and as soon as you do that, they'll pop up.
Excellent. And as we continue here, we can see Ottawa gets blown out 4-1. Islanders lose 5-1. Vancouver with a big 5-4 win over St. Louis. Jeff, how do you feel about the Canucks? I had several people telling me we should play a Canucks game.
Yeah, it might have been interesting. Maybe one more year. Wait on that. One more year, we'll be like real solid contender at that point. We lost a few guys in the off season, so see how that shapes up.
All right. So I'm just going to look at my options here. Okay. So we have. Okay, so I haven't changed anything. You know what, Jeff? Let's stop right now and let's do some look at how scouting has changed and what I need to do to make sure I can scout everybody in the world, or at least most of the important things.
Yep. So the team scouting menu.
And wow, it looks so much different than last year.
Yeah, it's because it is very different from last year. So what you want to try and push, particularly in the NHL, you should ideally have all your North American zones at least, and probably a few of the key European ones at 20. So what do you want to start, Canada or the U.S.?
Well, we started on the U.S., so let's start just on the U.S. right here.
Okay, so we're a little stronger. Let's see, Midwest and New England.
Now, you said you'd want them at 20, but we're not. It's rated out of 20, right? So.
Yep, you can. 20 is the maximum, but if you're an NHL team, you really want to get them to the maximum.
Okay. So I want to turn all these greens into blues, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay. So I want to start off by hiring some more scouts then?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to
go to the hire scout. Yeah. Hire scout screen, and it will take a minute to load because there's going to be a lot of guys here.
Okay.
But I'd suggest sorting by based in.
Well, that's what I just had done. So I want to find somebody in maybe Arizona.
I'd say California. Start that.
All right. Okay, so let's find a good California guy, home base,
and somebody with preferably strong.
How about above average rating? And good?
Yeah, although you may find Jim Perry, great. You got him? I may have gotten, that might be a random guy that got generated.
I don't see him, but there's a long list of people in California, so.
We really need a filter here, don't we?
It looks like so. So something to think about for the future.
I see a very good.
Or was that? I missed that.
The guy above him was Joe Simpson. You just scrolled off online? You went too far? You went way too far?
Which way? Up or down? I'm so confused right now.
Well, what I'm seeing, I'm behind you, but you went way too far up.
Okay, I'm at the bottom of the list right now. Okay.
California?
Yes. And all right.
Okay, scroll up now. There he is. You can see him. Very good. Third from the top. You just went right by him.
Yeah, I know.
You're
Well,
looking at
I
you're
get
looking at
we're
ability.
behind by like 3 seconds here. Okay, so Joe Simpson. That was
Don't look at ability. Look at potential. Yeah.
yeah. So Preston
No, it's got to be Homan.
Radborg.
Preston Radborn. Yeah, that's the
Okay,
one.
Irish scout. Pay him for 3 years.
Chad from question from Nicolino and Chad. Have you ever thought of building out
Oh,
an expansion team and doing that as a stream? We've done that.
yes.
We did Adams Quebec team. Was it 2 years ago?
That was FHM 5. Yes,
Yeah.
we did that, and that was a lot of fun. And if things get settled and we know something for Seattle, that you never know what might happen.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, we technically did that with historical last year with my Canucks game, starting them in the 1960s.
Yeah. So looking at this, we kind of need somebody from the Midwest, like Minnesota, Michigan.
Minnesota's upper Midwest. You want to Illinois maybe? So you're a little better in the upper part. Illinois, Missouri, Indiana.
We don't have anyone in Illinois, so
Nobody at all. That's weird.
I as long as I got my alphabet right, which I think I do.
Because I've got like 30 of them.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Jeff. You can see it on the screen. I did not see there. All right, I just added a scout from I don't even know where it was from, but anyways, everything's turned now blue, so we still want to go probably one more.
Yep. Anywhere that's not already dark blue will get you pretty close. Oh, one other thing. You also will get a bonus when you name a head scout.
Okay. So how do
Before you do that, dude, just save it to be on the safe side. We had a report I just saw before we came in that it was somebody had a crash with it. So I want to be sure that doesn't happen to you, or if it does, you can recover.
Sure. Wisconsin. Let's find a Wisconsin guy. Oh, Eric Hurst. He's good in both. And okay, we got dark blue, but we still hurt. Okay, I need somebody from Texas apparently. Okay, Bessel Klakova. All right, he should be good enough to beef up the rest of our American scouting. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're all blue. All right, perfect. Okay, so how do I do a head scout here? I'm just gonna click file as the game saves.
Go back to the main scouting tab.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Secret Owl has an idea for you next week, Jeff, in the chat. All right, so we have back at the main.
Keaton. Okay.
Have our main scouts. Okay, so we want to pick somebody.
There's a couple of ways of doing this, but we'll do the right click way here.
Okay.
You want a head scout. You would probably want the guy that's one of the guys that are rated really highly in looking at potential. So Doug Wilson Jr. or Shin Larson would be the ones, I think, one of those two.
Okay, we'll hire him as the head scout. Do I want to?
Although, hang on, just the one. You can change this right away, so it doesn't matter. But I would maybe think about Larson because he's going to help your numbers in Europe, and you're already at max in the U.S.
Okay.
So Wilson Jr. wouldn't necessarily do that much.
So should I hire an advanced scout too, or move one of my guys to be an advanced scout?
Yeah, that's the guy that will be looking at players that you play through the season. So you want somebody. Dirk Graham looks like the best choice there. Well, I think actually is that does have that job for the Real Sharks. And just right click on him, and I think we got a typo in there, advanced scout. We just put that in. We will fix that. But there we go. So the advanced scout will be scouting teams that you play during the year. The head scout just gives you an extra bonus to your scouting ratings. Or we'll get, I think he counts as double. Can't remember for sure. But, and he will also be the guy that when you get email from your scouting staff, it'll be from him.
All right, excellent. So by the looks of this, we need to scout a little more, especially in BC. All right, there we go. Immediately jumped. Find somebody from Alberta here. Wayne Meyer. Oh, he's 69. Maybe not him.
Now, how fit do you have to be a scout?
It's more I don't want to be replacing guys if they retire after year one.
Okay.
All right. Okay. There's a lot of blue now in Canada, so let's find somebody from Ontario. There's got to be a good scout in Ontario, right? Above average.
Sizzling popcorn asking in chat, Larson equals Japanese. Yeah, Japanese, Swedish. Dual citizen, I think.
Okay, so that moved him. Really, that only just moved everybody blue. That's surprising.
I think one more guy will push it up there. Just take somebody with a really high potential scouting rating.
There we go. Nailed it. Everybody's dark blue now. Perfect.
Yeah.
We're going to Europe. And so let's start off by looking at.
You wouldn't necessarily have to get all the way up here, although you can probably afford it because NHL team.
We also need that help, so we're gonna hire somebody from Finland to begin with, and we'll look at somebody.
And the national flags column here too is sortable, so that's probably a little easier than using the based in region.
Oh, there we go. There's a helpful tip.
Yep.
As long as you know all your country flags.
Now, it sorts alphabetically, so you should be able to figure it out. And is there a tooltip on that? Yeah, there's a tooltip on it too. It'll tell you the name.
Jimmy Blixt. Absolutely.
Nicolino wants us to hire an Italian for some reason.
All right, I can probably do that if we can find one.
There is a single one. Just I'm not sure you may not get
your
it.
Game, yeah. I'm gonna hire a Czech guy too. Oh, there we go. Everything's blue. So we'll look for the Italian here. Russian. One average. Fabrizio Gudali.
Oh, yeah, must be a real guy. He's in mine too.
All right, we were hiring him just for you, the Nicolino. And yeah, he didn't do a lot for us. I know, you're probably shocked by that. Let's add another Finnish guy to help us out. Hopefully that boosts us. Man, boosted us in Italy, but not in... Okay. Maybe we need a Norwegian?
If you sort by potential and then just look down, you should probably find a couple of guys that'll get up in a hurry.
All right. Fancy. How about Peter Forsberg? I think we could probably trust his judgment.
Worth a shot.
And that moves us to 19.1 in most and 20. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. Eastern Europe, though, we should take a couple quick hits on.
And there's some good Russian scouts, I think.
So I should sort back by nation. Actually, no, I probably would have been fine.
No, just do it by potential. They'll be right near the top.
It's not right near the top, Jeff. I seem to be going a long ways down.
Oh, you haven't got the guys that I did.
I'm going a very long ways down. Actually, it'd be kind of nice to have that nationality column with the words beside. What if we have the sorting ability added then?
Surprised you're not seeing any Czechs or Russians. That's odd. There's one. You went past them?
I got one here. I'm going to just sign right away, and then it'll kick me back up. Okay, there's a check right there too.
And that gets us into the blue.
All right, one more should.
Yeah, and a lot of this, bear in mind, it's not that urgent. I mean, I don't think you're too worried about your scouting in Greece and Turkey.
It is absolutely urgent. You don't know where you're going to find the best players. All right, so that's got us up pretty good. Okay, fine. We're going to find one more just because that guy has an awesome name anyway. Signed. Done. The question, oh yeah, now everything's blue. The question is, do we really care about the rest of the world?
We don't even have a map for them, so
Well, it's kind of hard to do a map for the rest of the world, anyways.
yeah, particularly it's.
Although I did see there was somebody who was of interest here. I'm trying to remember where.
And I mean, there's not going to be that many players produced from there, so maybe a guy in China and Japan at most Korea, but Australia probably not worth hiring somebody.
Well, Jeff, here would be a simple solution too. Just talking out loud, because if you've never watched one of our streams, Jeff and I do talk about, and if by switching the scouting region, it just brought you up the appropriate scouts.
Maybe I'd have to think about that. There's maybe reasons why you'd still want to be able to hire from maybe a little confusing if you weren't able to hire guys until you actually selected a region.
Fair enough. We're going to take this guy. And okay, we got everything up to 13. All right, that's good enough for scouting.
Yep. Woo. Okay, well, it's winding up. Time's winding down here, but probably get in our last couple exhibition games and watch the home opener.
I was just wondering if we were going to try and sign somebody else. Were we going to? No, I guess not.
No, I think we were done with that.
Oh, did you see? An injured player is suspended or dressed.
Who got hurt?
Of course. Logan Couture. And you can see something else new added here by just hovering over the player. You can see that he has a minor facial cut.
Oh, right. Yeah, we did steal that from OTP this year. It'll show you the injuries on the pop-up.
So we're just going to throw Bergen in there to go play center, and he'll be super confused as our number one center. Because why not? And we actually just lose in overtime, so not bad. Not bad at all. Sizzling Popcorn had a question in the chat too, Jeff. I don't think you...
Oh, where was it? With the CHL, how tight will the scouting budget be? Probably can't kind of cover all the budget for CFL import. Yeah, I don't think you'll have quite enough for that. You should be able to get at least a couple of guys, so depending on how many you use. And you also have to remember there's no point in the CHL in scouting most of Canada and the US. You just need to be whatever your region is. So Ontario the OHL teams can just pile up the Ontario guys and get that to 20 easily and not worry about doing the West or Quebec or the Atlantic provinces.
Okay, Buffalo just agreed to take on our 4 guys and send us 2 draft picks. So we're going to have a chance to play at waivers a bit here and see if we can find some ways to strengthen our team.
Yep.
Which is important, as we have now cleared ourselves down to 43 contracts, so we have a little bit of breathing room. CS High 312 in the chat says, Adam, are we going to have any more streams popping up this weekend to celebrate the release? And the answer to that is possibly. It's a little bit different because of the different time of year here. So I'm going to try, but no guarantees. I even contemplated kicking off a little bit earlier today, but that didn't quite just happen. So we'll see. And it might be that next week we just have some midweek streams too. So that's very possible.
And I guess I got to figure out what I'm doing next week, eh?
I think we've already decided that. Somebody pointed out, you got to take over from Mike Keenan. You should just try and recreate Mike Keenan's career. There would be a challenge. Can you be better than him? Switch teams mid-season.
Do I try to see how many goalies I can ruin?
Yes, exactly. I love this. Would be awesome, Jeff. There's a challenge for you. Talking about wanting to add some more challenges. Oh my goodness! Actually, we had quite a few people in our on our Twitter, which is at Franchise Hockey, request to see us go back to the WHL.
Yeah, you see, yeah, I think I showed that to you. The new Brandon Wheat Kings uniforms
Yes,
that we did the last WHL team. Yet, if you haven't seen those, look them up. They're gorgeous.
yes, they are.
Did a really nice job on those. But yeah, I don't think I've ever have I done played Kelowna in a stream.
No,
Don't
we
think so.
we that was a flip between them and Brandon, and
That might be something a little later in the year. I want to do a little more work on the WHL ratings for the updates, but might be a later option. And Kelowna is kind of a mess right now, so it would be entertaining to do.
yeah. Um, Sizzling Popcorn has another question in the chat there for you. Stanley Cup Chater says Rangers 1963, by the way.
Yeah, actually, 60s, 70s Rangers would be kind of interesting. Think about that. Do your abilities change over time so you can get jobs to move up from CHL? Yeah, your abilities and reputation will improve over time. You get your points to spend the end of every year, depending on how well you did to improve your abilities. And Nicolino asking if he was a Flyers coach when Pelly Lindbergh was there. No, I don't think they overlapped. I think he was just after that. I think was Pat Quinn still a coach then?
That's a
Trying
great
to
question.
remember.
I don't know off the top of my head.
I will very quickly check. No, Bob McCammon had taken over from Quinn at that point.
Okay.
I think he may have Lindbergh played all in 81, 82. He played a handful of games in 81, 82, so he may have played some when Quinn was there. But then McCammon, and then he died in 85. Oh, wait, maybe yeah, the last 2 years of him were with Keenan. You were right.
All right. Season preview. I'm going to think it's not us. Tampa
Thailand might
Bay
be.
uh, is unsurprisingly Washington Capitals and Boston. Well, of course, we just beefed up Washington some more, so.
Yeah, if Kane works out okay, they're going to be pretty tough.
But I'm okay with that. That's why we threw him over there. Kept him out of the division.
Yep.
And it armed us with another pick, which we needed.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that, Nicolino. Classy chat. They also had stuff to say about Denny Potvin.
All right, players need to be assigned numbers. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Mike Hoffman
And just a
has.
reminder there, you can actually, if you don't want to do the number stuff, you can always turn that off. But once you get the screen, you do have to handle it.
Yes. So Mike Hoffman just signed.
Nashville.
Yeah. Oh, apparently we didn't get waivers. Everybody was set enough that they didn't have to waive anybody, so that's nice.
Did you skip over that? Yeah, you should have
No,
gotten.
no. Well, there was only 21 guys on our roster. I'm thinking most probably had 21.
Oh, I think I think
Yeah.
the part of the problem might be the starting rosters are pretty
Yeah.
short to begin with. So
Yeah.
that's
That's all right. Okay, so we'll just have to watch as we go. Actually, I should turn on that alert right now so I don't miss anybody. So I'm going to go manager options. When a player comes on waivers, minimum 2.5 stars. And go back. All right, so we have a game today. Just take a quick look. Okay, Couture's ready to go. So we're going to put Bergman out and get Couture back in. So we don't have Ryan Merkley playing, but maybe we should take Simonek out, put Merkley in. Take Middleton out and put Vlasic in, even though he's not ready.
Yeah, he's got to get into shape somehow.
Okay, I got to actually send one of these guys down because we got too many guys up. So we're going to send down the guy who's being paid way too much money.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Well, okay, we're sending down Simic.
Simic.
Sorry. Yes. Simic. And I'm sure he'll be angry and upset about that. But you know what? Too bad. Okay, so I've seen some things. Tomas Hertl moves actually up to the first line. Our second line is Logan Couture with Anthony Duclair and Matt Nieto. That's not actually a bad second line, all things considered. And we'll just kind of see how this goes. So, Jeff, we're going to play this game out. Wait, did
In the new 2D engine.
Did that say our fourth line was playing 4 minutes? I think it did. Okay.
Probably won't be that bad. These other lines will tire out and they'll have to come on a little bit, but you may want to change that.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that next time. All right, so we can see this nice, beautiful Sharks logo. Looks very crisp.
Did you turn the sound on?
I don't have the sound on right now.
Okay, yeah, it tends to be deafening in the streams.
I can put it down to low if that's not the right one. So low.
Seems to be running a little slow for you still.
No, it was fine there. It was just once I switched the thing. I think it's good right now.
Still a little less.
That's moving a little slow right now. Yes.
Yeah, it's not running quite as smoothly as it does on mine. You haven't got debug mode turned on, do you?
No.
Although we did clean out all the code from that, it shouldn't be slowing you down there. You just got a really slow computer.
That's not it.
And you already managed to give up a goal.
Oh, that seems about right. We might not watch too much of this game, let's be honest here.
Yeah, you're not off to a great start here. If you want, you can go, if you want to stop the play for a second.
Yeah. View speed, should I turn it up? What are you thinking?
No, close that. Don't go into options, and just show them the what quick does. The quick button.
Okay. So I press the quick button and
you'll need to do it twice, I think.
No, it's going.
Yeah, and you'll see. Yeah, I'm just a little behind you here watching it.
Yep.
But you can increase that speed in the options, the amount, because it's going super fast, super slow for you right now, just going second to second. But you can crank that up. And if you want to just say jump to the end of the start of the next period or 5 minutes left in the game or something.
All right, so there we go. It's going faster. And we actually tied it up 1-1 at the end of the first. So we're going to hit.
So I think this might be a way for us to do the handleless and streams. Just use quick to jump through to see if the game's going to be interesting, and then watch the last 5 minutes or some particularly
2-1 Vegas, 3-1 Vegas, 4-1 Vegas. Jeff, how do I go back to the other way though? Because I'm currently sitting on a grayed out play button.
Click one more time, and it stops it.
No, it's at the end of the period. I can't click it.
Click it again.
I did.
No. You got to click it again to start the period.
I did. And now once I do that, it's going to start the time again.
Yeah, and then you'll be able to click on stop.
Nope. 5-2.
That's odd.
5-3. All right, so we lose the game 5-3. All right.
Not sure why it's doing that for you. Normally, as soon as you click on quick, it'll the extra time, it'll stop and give you the regular grayed out button back. Might be the speed settings. We'll have a look there.
All right, so I guess we have something else. Basically, the quick button Gudu is asking, he says, sorry, what does the quick button do? It allows you to jump through the game a little bit quicker because you don't have to watch it.
And you can also get accelerated speed, so you can knock out a period really quickly and get to the end and just see the parts that you might want to watch at the end that are if it's a close game.
Yeah, so at that, then, I think this is a good spot for us to wrap up. So, thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. Or, of course, you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums, where you can come talk about the brand new Franchise Hockey Manager 7, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team, or anything else you wish to discuss. Franchise Hockey Manager 7, Live Every Moment, is out right now. You can purchase it from us on our website or through Steam. And Steam has a 10% launch discount, which is, the price is $35.99 right now. So hardly a better deal out there. Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything. So much going on today. It's hard to remember. This will be back next week when whichever stream that I wind up doing, probably a historical one, at least to begin with. I think maybe we'll do that this year, historical start off with, and then pick up a junior one later in the year.
Sounds like a good plan. All right. So thank you very much, and we will see you all again next week.